Day 5. Let's see what we've got. And it's another tube. Looks like acrylic paint, these tubes. Is that where they've got inspiration from? And this one is a hand cream again. Christmas socks hand cream. Christmas socks. Why? Why do you want a hand cream that smells like socks? Someone tell me this. I at least hope they're clean socks. I don't get it. I don't. This one has the same ingredients as the other hand cream. No indication of fragrance. So let's have a look. Let's see what it smells like, if anything. Who's guessing? Nothing. Oh, this might have a bit of a scent compared to the other one. Let's have a look. It's just like, yeah. This hand has been moisturised a lot in the last 5 days. I mean, that feels quite nice. What does that remind me of? It doesn't smell like socks. It smells like, it reminds me of like bathroom cleaner or something. It's not very nice, and I am going to wash my hand when I've done this. Yeah, my hand doesn't feel very nice after it. Christmas socks. Let's make something better. And by something better, I mean something else. So we have some bowls of dry ingredients and we have some cocoa butter, which I'm putting on to melt. And then we have the wet ingredients. Now, the dry ingredients are bicarbonate of soda, cream of tartar, SLSA, kaolin, and that's all mixed up, and I've split the mix in half equally. Then the wet ingredients you're seeing me add are cocamidal propyl betaine for the bubbles, fragrance oil, I'm using black raspberry and vanilla, some glycerin, some polysorbate 80 to make sure that the oil doesn't go all horrible and stick everything to the side of your bathtub. And then, of course, the cocoa butter once it's melted, which I don't show here, but I'll show you in the next half. And then you just need to basically mix all that together with your hands like it's dough. Just keep doing it until it all sticks together in one big lump. And then you can just leave that for the time being. So we'll work on the other half. Again, our mix of dry ingredients. Add your mix of wet ingredients. I have added colour to the wet ingredients. I used some water-soluble dye and I also used some mica because I wanted a bit of sparkle. It'll come out in the bath rather than in the solid bars. And then you just want to mix that round again with the cocoa butter. You can see me adding it to this one. And just mix it round until it's a dough. And then we need to leave them. And basically how long you leave them is for as long as it takes for them to stop making noise, because if you put your ear to them, they make a sort of crackling, hissing noise. And once it's stopped doing that, you can bring them back and we need to knead them again. But first I'm going to get my tray ready for later because we're actually going to attempt bubble rolls with these. So I'm going to get my pink mix back and you'll see it's all cracked and it feels like it's dried out, and initially you'd think, oh, I've left it too long. But actually with bubble mix, what you need to do is, now that it's stopped making that noise, is just blend it up again. So knead it again until it's dough. And there you go. It's quite soft again. And now you want to kind of make it into a rectangle, or a sort of long rectangle, and as flat as you can. Yes, this would be better with a rolling pin, but I don't have one. So we're going to do it with our hands and the use of baking paper. And now we're going to do exactly the same process with the purple. And we're back. And now that this is all soft, we can put this on top of the pink layer, and then you just want to basically squish them together and do the same process again. Just make it as flat as possible and as long as possible and squish together. And then once you've sort of done that to the best of your ability, hopefully better than me, you can roll it up. Use the paper and sort of pull back after each sort of rotation round, and just kind of try and tuck it into itself and smooth it over. And then once you've done that, you can just sort of roll it around in the paper to make it as round as possible. Then, of course, my camera died, so I had to switch, and I have already cut it, so here's me fake cutting it for you, and this is the result. This is probably the best bubble roll I've ever done, and I'm not good at them, so that's saying something. And here is the finished result. Now we just need them to dry for 24 to 48 hours, and then we can shrink wrap and label them, and I'll test one for you too. So let's get them shrink wrapped. This is the national shrink wrap system from Canada using the BioLefin biodegradable film. I do have a link for this with a discount code on my website if you want one for yourself. And once we finish doing this, we will test out the bars. This is just a heat gun that I got off Amazon. You have to make sure you have the right voltage, obviously, and then you don't hold it in one place for too long. Just move it around, and then they're all nice and shrink sealed. And then this is me testing it out, and I'm only doing it in a sink because I'm not wasting a whole bath just to test a little bit of bar, because I haven't got time to have a bath right now. And it's very bubbly and lovely, and here is the label. And again, I have edited this too fast to voice over. I'm going to now compare this against the thing that is completely different from it, and that is the hand cream, because I didn't want to make another hand cream. So here you go, a bubble bar instead of a hand cream. The formula is on Patreon as per usual, and I'll see you tomorrow for more merriment.